What's going on is Anton from antondaniels.com. I appreciate you guys for continuing to rock with me. Last night I was completely tweaking. You'll see that on the vlog that I drop on the vlog channel. If you don't know what the vlog channel is, then you can go to my channel and then look at the channels that's attached to me and you'll see it at the end. It's on there. But anyways, last night I was tweaking because I was kind of in my feels and I was kind of playing victim and being in the Victim Olympics, acting like woe is me. Just because I had a couple of personal problems or a couple of personal family issues, extended family issues, and I was acting like I was a victim. But every time that I do that, God reminds me that I'm incredibly blessed, and it could be from anything, right? We can take inspiration from anything. I take my inspiration these last couple of days from people like Big U getting arrested and Yella Beezy getting arrested. And the reason that is, it's not because I'm excited about them getting arrested or going to jail or anything like that, but because I sometimes remember that my life is absolutely phenomenal and that it's awesome, absolutely awesome to be a nerd. It's absolutely awesome to be a cornball. It's absolutely awesome to be whatever it is that they describe as a lame, because I'm safe. And at the end of the day, I can feel bad about however things I felt yesterday, and then I could wake up the next morning and I'm free. I could wake up the next morning and I can order breakfast, so I can go outside, or I can do whatever it is that I want to do, and I don't have to worry about being in a cage or facing cases or, going to jail for the rest of my life, or possibly taking a plea deal and then doing 15 to 20 years and then getting out and all of your kids is grown and they got grandkids and all of that shit. Listen, man, the lesson that I learned, and I don't follow these rappers, I don't care about rappers or anything like that. I think that the majority of them is broke anyway. I don't understand these older guys that's past the age of 30, 40, and 50 years old that's still in the streets. And when I'm saying in the streets, I'm not saying being around or, doing things like going out and about and being out and active and stuff like that. I'm talking about being active in gang culture, being associated with people that's not ideal for you. The minute that I see somebody is on some bullshit, the minute that I see somebody is on some crazy stuff, or they associated with something that can get them in trouble, I don't say, well, that's their business. We can be cool from a distance, but I don't want to be anywhere close to you when the police come and get you. I don't want to be anywhere close to you when your ops come and hit you up. I want to be associated with and have fun with the women that look good. I want to be associated with the people that's getting to the money. And I just want to go out and enjoy life every single day. It's okay to get a regular job, a 9 to 5. I know that they like to clown people and say, they clown me. Even with where I am in my life, and I said, you know what, corporate America is calling me. I might need to go and get that back. They don't clown Tim Cook, and he worked for corporate America. They don't clown, a director level's position. They don't. We are the only culture that will clown a regular job. Have you noticed that? Thought about that? Is that not crazy to you? That we will sit there and make people try to look stupid for doing the right thing or not getting convicted, and we glorify jail like that shit is something to be exalted. Like you get something good out of it. You remember, I don't know if y'all ever remember the movie Goodfellas. And when the young boy got pinched for selling cigarettes and he kept his mouth shut or whatever. And then of course, the mob came and they influenced the judge and they decided, the judge said, okay, drop the case or whatever. And then he got out. And when he got out, he was like, my daughter is calling me right now, so I'll call her back in a second. When he got out, everybody was waiting for him and they was clapping and there was applause and they say, oh, you got your first pinch. And, they celebrated him for keeping his mouth shut. Well, let me tell you something. There is no glory in ever getting pinched or being associated with anything that'll put you in a position to get pinched. Now, I understand that maybe your dad or your granddad was a fuck boy and they did some dumb shit, or maybe your mom was for the streets and, she put you in a bad position. But this is 2025 and we're no longer having excuses for why we can't do the right things. I understand that the CIA planted drugs inside of the community and all of that. And yes, yep, we acknowledge your pain. We acknowledge where you came from. We acknowledge your plight and all of that. But at what point do we wake the fuck up and say, you know what, we're not going to continue to be victims no more. We're not going to continue to put ourselves in a position to where we have to basically suffer at the hands of our own demise by making bad decisions on a regular basis for stuff that we know that we should not be involved in. At the end of the day, two things can be true at the same time. One, you could have grew up fucked up, but two, you don't have to continue to be of where you came from. You are not your neighborhood. You are not your city. You are not any of that. You can be in it. You can be effective for it. You can do some great things in it. You can absolutely capitalize off of whatever it is that's happening in the city, but you are not a place that you do not own and have no jurisdiction to put nobody in jail or anything for. You are you. You got to make sure that you take care of you first. And all of the people that I grew up with that was in that type of shit, they have lived a rough, and I mean a rough life. Most of us come from a space where we grew up less than stellar. Some of us had it a little bit better than others. I was blessed and fortunate to be raised in a church, but I was also raised in the hood. But then my privilege, it's not even a privilege. It's so dumb to say it's a privilege to be raised with two parents. That's the shit that we supposed to have. We so PTSD. We're so used to being broke, poor, dusty, and then leaning into things that's not ideal for us in order to give us stripes amongst the community of other broke people. Imagine you trying to prove to a bunch of broke people that you still broken like them in order to be accepted. Man, listen, I don't want to be in that shit, and you shouldn't be in it anyway. So let me get out of here. Let me figure it out, and then I'm going to give you the blueprint to get out of it. But I had to make the sacrifice in order to do it, and that's the mentality that we should be having. We up here celebrating these dummies. These dummies is going on Vlad TV and No Jumper, and they telling on themselves, which I'm thankful for. But anytime I see anybody jump on Vlad TV, or anytime I see somebody send me a clip to review something on No Jumper, I'll be thinking to myself, this is the dumbest thing that I've ever seen in my entire life. Can't be associated with that nonsense. Don't even want to be affiliated with it. And I don't want that type of energy around me. Y'all can go over here and glorify these motherfuckers, glorify them in prison. Y'all can't wait for niggas to get out of prison so they can do a welcome home concert. How about I just stay here? How about I just stay here? You know, I'm thinking about going out of town and maybe going to see the Lion King somewhere in New York, and then maybe making a trek over to Los Angeles right after that. You know, I love this life. I like looking at the 51st state out here in Canada. Shout out to Canada. I love the Ambassador Bridge right there behind me, and then the Gordie Howe Bridge is being built right there too. I love this. I love my life. It's always going to be better. It's a better alternative than sitting in a fucking prison cell or having to watch your back because ops don't like you because you did a song about them and y'all just still affiliated in the streets, and y'all think that these motherfuckers on Instagram that's still following you is going to hold you down and have your back. You know what they're going to do? You know what they're going to do? Because again, this is a learned lesson. They're going to move on and they're going to forget about you, and it's going to be somebody else that they have a conversation about less than 3 weeks after you already locked up. Ain't nobody going to be checking for you. Nobody cares about you. Let me say this again for the people in the back. Your kids is going to be raised by somebody else's father or somebody else's stepdad, and he going to put his value in your children, and you're going to be trying to reconnect with him when you get out of prison. Nobody, and I mean absolutely nobody, cares anything about you. Somebody going to be fucking your baby moms. Your wife is going to be cheating on you. She going to be having some other dude, and I don't even blame her for moving on, because how she going to hold you down for 20 years, bro? How she going to hold you? Going to leave her out there for 20 years with the wolves? Nah, I'm good, bro. I'm straight. Anyways, y'all let me know what y'all think inside of the comments. Make sure y'all tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description. Teach Hanley, 40% off your first order, 20% off for life. I'm going to check y'all out on the Millionaire Morning Show. I love you. I appreciate you. Peace.